Yo, what's going on, guys? In this video, we're going to be doing Hacksudo 2 from VulnHub. Alright, this box about a solid easy, and yeah, hope you guys enjoy. Alright, so first things first, we can start by splitting our terminals here. We can split these. We can zoom in. So I'm going to start a now discover my SR 10.0.0.1/k/24/I for my interface, ETA0. I'll look at this. We do get the IP address of the box, 10.0.0.32. So I'm going to run an mmap scan here. We'll do -SC for enumeration, or -SC for default scripts, -SV for enumeration. And we can scan all ports on there. So I'm going to do a netcat -NV on port 80. We do see that port 80 is open for HTTP. So we can start by visiting this. We do get a Hacksudo 2 game. So I'm going to do Control U to view the source code. Doesn't seem like we do have anything. So I'm gonna run a GoBuster on here. So we'll do GoBuster dir mode -u HTTP. We'll do -w for user share wordless dirbuster. We'll run a directory list 2.3 medium.txt. We'll specify extensions as HTML, TXT, and also PHP. Looking at our ports, we do have port 80 for HTTP, port 111 for RPC bind. It does seem like we can actually mount. So to check the mounts on this server, we can actually do show mount. We can do -c for, you can do minus exports, or you can do or you can do minus exports or -c, right? So we're gonna do 10.0.0.32. It does seem like we do get export list for mount NFS, right? So later we can actually probably mount this for the prev right? So we do get an info.php. Let's visit this. So we can do get info.php. Let me see if there's file upload. If there is, we can actually do a vulnerability for LFI. So we do have file upload, which is set to on. Let's see if we have, let's check our file.php. Let me just copy this. I'll just type it out. We'll do file.php. Looking at this, it does seem like we do get a Hacksudo file access. So let's try to check for a local file inclusion. So the first thing I would do is actually do page is equal to /etc password. Before fuzzing, I like to try page and also file. Looking at file, it doesn't seem like we have to do any fuzzing. So we do get the parameter as file, right? So we can do run a bin/bash under here. It does seem like we have the user root and also a user as Hacksudo, right? So we do have PHP info, and we also do have file uploads, right? So that means we can actually get a reverse shell doing this. So we'll do payload everything. I think it was GitHub. Payload all the things. Let's go to file inclusion. We'll go to PHP info LFI. Let's get the raw data from this. We'll wget this into our directory. So we'll go into cd VulnHub. We'll do mkdir for Hacksudo 2. We'll cd into Hacksudo 2. So we'll just wget this file on our machine. We'll let's see. We'll vi into php info LFI. So we are going to need to change some things under here. So the first things first, we're actually going to need to change our payload. This already does have a payload for this, which I don't want to use this payload, so I'm going to change this to a PHP reverse shell. So let's just try to delete this. We can delete that payload, and we can press enter on here. We'll right quit out of this. Now let's actually get a PHP reverse shell. So we'll do PHP reverse shell. I probably spelled that wrong, but so let's get the raw data out of this, and then we can change our IP and also our port, right? So we'll vi into I'll actually rename this file as PHP reverse shell as shell.php. So we'll vi into shell. Let's delete all this. Delete that. So let's change the IP to my IP. 10.0.069, and we'll change this port on 4444. So let's right quit out of this. we'll actually open a leaf pad against this. We'll do leaf pad as shell.php. Let's copy this. We'll vi into php info lfi. So now let's paste our payload in there. We can just delete that. So now we're going to actually change some things here. So for the request one, we do have a post method here for php info. We didn't know that this was actually named for php info. This is just named info.php. So I'm going to go into interactive mode and just change this to info.php. Down here we do have a malify.php, and this is for the local file inclusion. So looking back at the file access, we do know that this was file.php at file. Yeah, file.php and then question mark file, right? So we'll just change this file.php, and we want to change the parameter as file, right? We'll delete this, we don't need that. Seems about right. So let's right quit out of this. We'll run our Python script php info lfi. So just telling to specify the host, the port, and also the threads. So we'll do 10.0.032 for port 80, and we'll run this on 100 threads. We do get a value error as temp name. So for the value error, we can actually fix this by intercepting this within burp and see the temp name, right? What the temp name is equal to. So we'll close this. Let's go to next. We can start burp. We'll go to proxy. So we'll go to proxy. We'll actually go to options. We'll add a new one. We're going to bind this to port 80. It's going to be on our local host 127. We're going to redirect the port to 10.0.032 and also to port 80. You can click OK. And now we do have 127.0.0.1 on port 80, right? So we're just going to change that now. So we'll do 127.0.0.1 on port 80. Let's run the program again. This goes within burp. So let's go to our proxy, or we can go to HTTP history. Doesn't seem like we do get the request, right? So we'll vi into php info lfi. We did have our post request as for info.php. We also did get file.php. Question mark file, %s. Let's see. It seems like we got everything right. File.php. File is equal to %s. We do have info.php. Let's right quit out of this. Let's see if we did let's do this again. Let's run this one more time. Go to intercept. We only have our request method. Let's go to options. We'll run this again. Let me see if this is redirecting to the right port. 10.0.032. Redirect to port 80. Turn this on. Here we do. We have the response now. Now it's giving us a response, because before there was only request method, but now we have the response. Okay, so now since we do get a response now, we can go to response, and looking back at this error, we do see that this is looking for no PHP temp name in PHP info output. So now let's look at that parameter. So we'll go to temp name. You will see that this is going to equal to and GT. So let's copy this. We'll cancel this. We'll vi into PHP info lfi. So we'll search up our temp underscore name. we do get that temp underscore name. We'll go to interactive mode. We'll change this to equals to and GT. And then we should have another one down here, which is temp underscore name. Delete that. It's just right quit out of that. And it seems like everything's right. So it goes equal to and GT. So now it is, we do have the right parameter for that. So we'll run this again. Let me intercept this off. So we can change the IP address again, 10.0.032 on port 80 on 1000, right? So I'm gonna start my listener now. So I'm gonna do all wrap netcat minus LNVP. We were listening for the reverse shell. We did have this on port 4444. We can press enter. It's gonna start the worker pool for this. It did find the temp name now. I'm looking at this. We do get a shell, right? So we can do export term is equal to x term and clear this. And now we can spawn our TTY shell, right? We'll do TTY shell. So we can copy this, put that into there. We'll run a bin bash. We'll run this in Python 3, right? So next thing that we do have, if you do run a lin piece on here, you will see that we have a directory under mount, and also this is being ran by root, right? NFS. So we'll go to hack. Let's go to Hacksudo. We don't have anything under here. Let's go to NFS. And we do have flag.txt, right? So let's cat our flag 1.txt. And it is telling us to root the system now, right? So looking back at this, you will see that we do have, we can actually mount. So if we just show mount -c for 10.0.032, you see that we can actually mount the /mount NFS, right? And we can mount this, right? Okay, so looking at this, it does show that we can actually mount the NFS, right? I'm actually cut down the video because my box keeps disconnecting for some reason, but whatever. We'll go under my VulnHub. We'll go into Hacksudo. We'll go into Hacksudo 2. We actually need to make a directory on where we want to temp or where we want to make or mount it, right? So we'll do mkdir. We'll make a directory as temp. We'll cd into temp. We'll do mkdir for PE for privilege escalation. So we'll do mount -t NFS, which is, I'm just showing the mount, right? It was just the mount for NFS. We'll do so it's -t minus NFS. We'll do 10.0.032. We'll specify this as a colon, and we actually want to mount /NFS, right? I think that was the mount. And we want to save this under we'll do this under here. Let me just copy this command one more time. We'll just NFS, and we'll go under /temp PE. So now we can go under temp PE. We don't have anything under here, and the reason why is because we don't have anything under here either. So next thing we're going to do is we'll just echo a simple /bin/bash into bash file, right? So now we do ls-la. You'll see a bash file here. We do ls-la here. Now you see a bash file, right? The next thing that we actually do, that we need to do is actually turn this to or give it SUID privileges. So we'll do chmod +s for bash. We do ls-la. You do see that this is SUID. So now we can run this as bash -p. Let's remove this bash. I'll just copy we'll just copy bin/bash bin. We'll copy a bin/bash under there. We'll do chmod +s for bash. We'll do bash at -p. Doing this, we can do cd into root ls, and we can cat root.txt, right? So I guess all I did was copy a bin/bash into our directory. I'll give it suid privileges into bash, and then you can do bash or /bash, so you can run it as root, or you can run it as a privileged user, right? Or basically who owns the file, right? And we do ID, and now we do have the root ID, right? Well guys, that's pretty much in the video. Remember to drop the like and subscribe button, and catch you guys in the next one. Peace.